fellas, we're in a tough time right now where apparently if you have sex, you could get monkeypox. So if her thing right down there looks like a chimp's face, bro, probably has monkeypox, bro. Like, you gotta watch out. Monkeypox is getting people now from sex, so if that thing is like fishy or like kind of funny, bro, she probably has it, bro. So stay safe.
Exactly. But also on top of that, it comes through broken skin. So if you
Broken
got
skin,
cuts and stuff like that, watch
rashes.
out. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, rashes, rashes.
So you know how white people, like when they're old, they get like the red skin on them.
Yeah, yeah,
They get rashes, so they could probably get it a lot.
yeah. But okay, so since we're on the topic of monkeypox, I didn't have
Yeah.
any time to write down my notes, but this is what I remember, and this is what caused me to like look into it. So it happened in the past, of course, because there's already a name for it, right? But there was like a vaccine for it. But here's the thing: monkeypox. It's how do I say it? It shouldn't be spreading on the rate it's spreading right now, right? It should be really slow. But the people think,
That's what
go ahead.
that's what I don't get about it. Like, explain it.
So I don't know what year it was. Like I said, I just forgot and everything. I'm basically kind of just woken up for you guys. Uh, so back like I don't know what you could search out the year when it came, but basically, um, they like found monkeypox, right, and it spread it
Oh,
really slow. Like person didn't like
1958.
yeah. So around then it spread it really slow, and now
Mhm.
it's spreading like really fast on a super rate. And people, and this is what scientists is scared of because they already have like vaccines for it and stuff, but they're scared that it mutated and that if they use the vaccine, it won't work. So, it may be another summer lockdown.
Maybe. I hope not.
Yeah, for real.
You see how it looks on people? I'm looking at pictures and it's horrible.
It just looks like a bunch of pops, like bumps and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like nasty and then
For real.
it's on animals as well.
Yeah, that's how it comes. So
Like
like it goes to animal, like I guess like the original was like animal and then
uh,
it spread it to human.
Jesus, that's crazy. Wait, so how did it? You think like a human did something with a monkey, or how does a human get
Nah, I
it?
hope not. Um, did you hear the theory about it? Or not the theory, but where like the original trace was like two possums fucked, I think. It spreaded it to humans. I don't know how that's
What the heck?
possible. Yeah. No, I mean
That's weird.
I think it spread it like maybe a dead animal had it and someone picked it up and they had a rash or open cut. Or they might have did a Randy off of South Park and fucked it. Have you seen that episode?
What the? Heck? I have.
Yeah, but that was low key. Imagine that's how it started it.
Probably that's weird. That's just weird as fuck.
Nah, but and then I'm pretty sure they spread it at, and then because I don't know where it started. I think it started like in the UK and then it spread it. And then there's like people are scared because like I said, it's like mutating on a very fast rate, and then like people
British
are
motherfuckers.
for real. Then no, because like they had like some I think it was like a gay parade, and like there was like
Oh,
45K people there, and like they confirmed two people there had monkeypox. So they're
that's
worried that out of those like 42K people there, or like I don't know, I don't even think it was that much, but it was a lot of people that it spread it throughout like everyone.
that's crazy. Like thinking about it, like I don't know, it gives me chills.
For real. Round two.
What's it called? Round two. What's it called? Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard about this, but like not too long ago, I think this happened. I was watching a video about this YouTuber talking about it. So in India, since we're like in the topic of monkeypox, in India, I think a group of around 5 or 10 Indian men from the ages of 20, mid 20s to their early 30s, they did the most crazy shit like anyone could do. They got an alligator. They fucked the alligator. They came in the alligator. They cooked the alligator
Oh,
and then
and
they
they
ate
ate
it.
it. Yeah. Wait, didn't Joe Rogan talk about this?
Did he?
I don't know. I heard about this though, bro.
But like,
Yeah.
it's
And
like, how do you get hard and then like think about fucking a alligator? It's
no,
just
no,
so
no.
weird.
Because like you know how like sex, like what do you call it? You like burn calories.
Yeah.
So like you know you get hard, you fuck the alligator, then you get hungry, and then you eat it.
But like, how long were they in that poor thing? Like, no, it wasn't. I don't know if it was an alligator or it was one of those like it was an extinct species. So they got it from the zoo, and it
What
was one
the
of those
heck?
animals. Like the dragon, Komodo dragons.
Yeah.
It was something like that kind of species, and I guess it
Uh,
was rare in India. And then they got it, and then they did that thing to it.
oh, I hope the meat actually didn't taste like chicken. I hope it was like some exotic taste. No, that's messed up though. I'm pretty sure they're serving big prison time.
Only 7 years.
Mm, I think that's kind of worth it.
I feel like it should have gotten more.
I mean, yeah, kind of more, but like I mean, you're not trying to slam them with 50 years. They didn't, you know, kill something.
Yeah. I mean, it was an animal though.
I
Like, it's
mean,
just
yeah,
weird.
it's an animal, but how much crime
Thinking
did
about
they do? Like trespassing. What else?
trespassing, robbery,
Yeah.
um, I guess rape, murder,
Well, no, no, no. Do they consider?
animal abuse,
Yeah, animal abuse. I just like to say I don't think they
animal
consider rape
abuse.
with animals. I think it's just animal abuse.
It's weird. Like, you know how people say that reptilians are real?
Yeah.
Like, they will, without a doubt, those guys will fuck a reptilian.
Oh yeah.
Like, they could be a celebrity. They don't care. They'll go for it.
Without a doubt.
Like, imagine playing Smash or Pass with those dudes.
Dude, they would hit anything
And
alive. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
literally any
Anything with a
you
heartbeat,
feel
they
like
will fuck.
raccoons,
Yes. Oh,
they
so
raccoons,
fu-
grass smash,
yep,
horse smash.
exactly. So funny fact about a raccoon. So our anus can spread up to 8 inches, I
Oh
think, and a raccoon is
yeah,
only adult raccoon is I think only 7. No, it can spread up even bigger than that, but like a raccoon can fit in our ass.
I heard that like two at most, 2 or 3 at most. It's crazy.
Dang. I don't. I think it's one adult, and then like for like the teens and babies, it could be like 3 to 4.
That's crazy. Like fuck. People like man, like I don't know what they were thinking about.
For real. But
I don't know.
what else you got to talk about?
I guess. Oh what the fuck did I have? Oh yeah. So before I go into another topic, like just imagine what were they thinking? Like you think they were drunk or high?
Nah, I think they were sober. Straight.
Sober?
Yep. I think they was perfect.
They were desperate. Like we're talking about a country where there's like 1 billion people. You could get at least a girl, bro. Like I don't know how hard it could be.
Yep. Speaking
That's
of
crazy.
people, like, do you think our population is actually gonna grow?
Girl bigger?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like lately with COVID, no, I mean I don't think COVID. I know people are probably gonna shit on this, but like I don't think COVID is not that big as it make it sound.
No, no,
Because a
no,
lot of
no.
people
Go ahead.
who died from it, they died because they already had other illnesses and diseases, and then they were not healthy people, or they were like really old.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and then I mean, of course, you have like those few people that like die and they were like super healthy and active. But I'm
Yeah,
talking about like the world population. Like, did you hear like by 2050 it's supposed to be like what is it supposed to be?
12, like 12 billion.
It's supposed to be like almost 10 billion.
I heard it around 12, something like that.
12 billion around
12 billion.
and 11.2 billion in 2021, like the century 2021 till 2100. Dang.
210. Oh shit.
So
But I don't. There's a lot of diseases going on like this whole year,
yeah,
and then let's say we go to war with Russia. That's gonna mess it up.
except and we have nukes.
We have nukes. We have monkeypox now. We have
Yeah, we have
COVID.
monkeypox.
We have STDs. Like a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah. So I mean, like the thing is, I think what is it? United Nations, the UN said that.
Yeah.
I don't see how we can get there with like all
Also,
the
that
shit
bubble.
going on. Like in America, like alone, we have mass shootings, right? We have monkeypox now since someone from California and New York
Yeah.
got it. We have COVID. We have so much stuff that can like really put us to a stop.
Yeah.
But here's the but. They're gonna think we can, produce 10 billion people.
Yeah. Like let alone like a lot of like millennials, like adult millennials, like young adults.
Yeah.
They a lot of them say they don't want to have kids. Like I hear this a lot, like from older people. They're like, "Oh, I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have kids." Or a lot of them are like, "No, because it's just shitty and all that." Like I don't know. I find some of them kind of ignorant because they don't really see the other side of the world. They don't see that things could be actually be good, even if I mean, their generation themselves, like they could try to make a change, but a lot of people are saying they don't want to have kids. So that's another thing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but um I feel like I also kind of get their ignorant people. Like think about the times we're in right now. We're at an
Yeah,
economic crisis, right? I guess we could say that. Inflation's super bad. Um and it's try to think about that. Their life might not be perfect.
yeah,
And then they are trying to support a kid.
yeah. Like I was having a conversation like that with one of my cousin's fiance, and then the dude, and what's it called? Me and the guy, we were talking, and he was talking about, he was like, what, fuck this world. He was just being like very negative. He was like, I don't give a shit. Like I don't want to have kids. Like because there's a lot of shootings and all that. Like what you said, and I was like, he was like, there's no point of. He was like he was like he said, I don't care about like the world population. Like it's gonna die eventually. Like he was saying a bunch of stupid shit basically. And in my head, I just didn't want to say anything because like the dude's pretty ignorant. So I just didn't want to say anything. But in my head, I was thinking later on, I was like, I mean, that is all true and all, but just because there's shootings in certain places doesn't mean there's going to be shootings in everywhere.
Oh
And
yeah.
then let alone like that doesn't happen in every other country. It's just here
It's just
in
in
the
America.
U.S.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
of
just in
our gun
America, and
laws.
like yeah, and also the economy. Like the economy in other places is much better.
Oh
So
yeah.
like, there's not really an excuse of saying like, oh, you can't. Like, I
But
mean, you could go to
the
another
I
country if
mean
you
you
want.
could go to another country, but I mean I know, like, let's say they have like a good job. I mean, I get both sides, right? Like, okay, it's only bad in the US,
Yeah,
kind of, and then don't. I mean, you could go to the
yeah,
UK, but like then you have to worry about like getting stabbed. But like I'm talking about like somewhere like Romania, Italy. Like I really don't know that much, but their crime rate. Oh, Switzerland and Norway crime rate is like really low, right? So
yeah. Also, Italy, I heard it's like lowish.
yeah, it's like lowish. I mean, there's like
Surprisingly, Japan
vandalism. So if you wake up to a new graffiti car, cool. But
is random.
yeah, just random dude just does a GTA 5 spray paint your car, new look, perfect. I like that. But and then I kind of get them what they like. They can go there, live a perfect life, raise perfect kids. Their schools are great. But the only thing is,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they don't have enough to move there, apply for citizenship, speak the
yeah.
language. That's like the only part I see that
A lot.
is a problem.
That's a problem. Yeah, like just having the money to get there.
Yeah, and it's also
I
like
feel like at some point, a lot.
Go ahead.
They're gonna immigrate. They're gonna immigrate to those countries at some point.
Yeah, I feel like Canada is gonna be a big one. I don't know
I don't know
why.
about Canada. Like
I mean, they
they're
have
always
like gun
accepting people,
laws.
but
Yeah,
like
like they always accept people, but I feel like like a lot of people are just gonna move there.
I guess I can see that happening.
Yeah, I feel like America's like I feel like okay. So here's a prediction I have just off the top of my head. I feel like something politically. I don't know if it's gonna be an election, a vote, or something, and it's going to affect a lot of people in the U.S. everywhere, and then they're gonna like move. It's not gonna like it's gonna affect the way they live. It's not gonna affect them individually, and then they're just gonna move, and then
Yeah,
after like a few weeks, they're gonna remove the law or whatever they did. They're gonna change it to back how it was, and then everything's gonna be fine. But like everything's gonna be a ghost town. I feel like I feel
yeah. I
like
feel like it's
I don't know.
because there's a lot of things that people are trying to change in the government. They're like, a lot of people want to like they want Biden to pay the student debt, or there's things like where they want better races, or where they want like billionaires or like big corporations
To
to
pay.
pass these laws where everybody gets like equality and all this stuff.
Yeah,
And a lot of people, like some people, they're like fighting for better prison systems. I feel like I feel like the billionaires are never going to listen, probably. So that's going to cause a lot of people to like leave the country.
I feel like that too.
I feel like it's going to look so divided. Like it's going to look one side where it's like I guess like worse than the hood, worse than how it is right now. Like really not ghetto, but it's going to look like a war zone probably.
Yeah, it's
And there's
gonna
going to be
yeah
good
a
like a
ghost
good
town
side where
basically.
yeah, ghost town. It'll be a rich side and ghost town. Yeah.
I do
You'll
feel
see the
like that's what
difference
it
right away.
is. So I was watching like 2 months ago. I was watching like CNN, just like trying to like pick up anything, research anything, and I don't know this one guy, but he said like if you had to look at the U.S. map, not geographically, but like politically, do you think it's gonna change? Like throughout
Probably,
politics and like civil war and stuff, do you think it's gonna change?
I feel like it's going to get more divided. Like because the west side is usually more Democrats. They
Yeah,
kind of agree with that more. But the east side is more Republican, and I feel like slowly it's going to become more Republican because a lot of people are kind of seeing that there's a lot of like BS going on. Like when the whole mask thing came on, the mask mandate, a lot of people didn't like it. They were like going against it.
yeah,
So I feel like it's slowly going to change to something like more like freedom for all. Like people are going to be like, oh no, we don't want the government. We want freedom.
yeah, like
So people,
anarchy basically.
yeah, I feel like a new party will come out.
Yeah.
That's
But
and
you know what I also feel like? I feel like also because like you know how there was like huge voting problems like last election.
yeah,
So I read this like um it was like a book, also like a video, and it
yeah,
was talking about like how voting is so important. Like you know how we say like our vote don't count.
yeah,
To me, I feel like it doesn't. But he was trying to. But I don't know. I don't know if it was like politically targeted. But he was saying like if you don't vote, and they like had like some like a few countries throughout history where they didn't vote, like a lot of people didn't vote, and it was like the same two people coming together, re-electing,
yeah.
because the
Basically,
countries didn't have terms, so he could always serve like 8 years, and then just keep re-electing if he wins. And the thing was, people didn't vote because they liked their leader, and that's how. And in the end, it kind of like targeted Donald Trump, and then saying like,
yeah. That's
oh, if we don't vote, we might have him as a dictator and stuff. But I Trump is smart because like you see how he went on the Nelk Boys or yeah Nelk
yeah.
Boys, yeah.
You want to
Think about how many like young people watches that, or like people our age, about to like 17, 18 ish.
or like or like even young adults,
Yeah, like
like
young
college
adults.
people.
Yeah, young people, like kind of like Gen Z kind of, because
A
half
lot,
of
and like he
Gen
says a
Z
lot
is
of
like super young, and half of them is about to be adults.
yeah, like, and like he half of the shit he says on like social media he makes it funny. So like that's why a lot of young people follow him.
Exactly. And so when the time comes for him to re-elect, the numbers are gonna blow through the roof.
I think they're gonna probably get him again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's super smart. Like, okay, he lost, but like he went straight for the youth.
He did.
Because think about it, he
He was pretty
already
simple.
had the old people, like people that you see at Trump rallies, they're like in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Even some of them are like 90 years old at the rallies.
Yeah,
So he already had the
and not even
old
all of them
people.
are white.
Oh no, no, that's
Yeah,
that's the thing I hate. Like a dude, there's like a lot of Latin American people that support Trump. Like there was this one country in it's not a country of
it's
the
Cuban.
United States.
Probably
Yeah,
Cuba.
Kamala Harris went there, and they like booed her. Like I don't think she ran back, but like everyone was like, "Oh, we want Trump back. Like we don't want you."
Yeah, it's
And
because
it was
Cubans they love
Cubans,
or yeah, they love them.
and 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 the craziest thing is, I wish the media would like kind of show light on that, to show that, oh, if someone says like, oh, I voted for Trump, they're automatically gonna go into stereotypes like, oh, you're a white supremacist or whatever type shit like that.
Yeah,
Same thing with
the
like
thing is like not all of them are racist.
someone goes for like Byron, like, oh, you, I don't know, I don't even know any stereotypes. Oh, like you're a left, you're Antifa, something like that. It's just
They're probably like, oh, you support like LGBTQ or
yeah, 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 like
like
LGBTQ.
you
You
want to
want
keep bringing
change.
laws.
You want
Yeah,
gun laws. You don't want to protect yourself. You want to teach like LBG in schools and shit. You know,
yeah, that type of shit.
yeah, it's like straight to stereotypes.
But I was like going back to the voting system. So I've been learning in school and like also for my own research and I learned this in government class. And basically this is why the voting system actually counts. And then when I actually paid attention to it, I was like, wait, this actually makes a lot of sense. So there's when there's voting systems, they usually like the politicians, they usually target like the biggest states, the states with the most population. So this is why like some people are like, oh, my vote doesn't count either way. So there's this thing called wing states. Wing states are basically when states like California, Florida, or like any big state with a big population with a majority of people.
So
Usually in those
Texas,
wing states,
yeah,
yeah, like Texas. Usually in wing states, it ends up being like 50-50, like 50% Republican, 50% Democrats. And then they focus on those states because they know that if they win that state, they will automatically win like the whole election. So like let's say if it's 50-50 and it goes like 51 Republican to 50 Democrat, the whole system. This is why it gets kind of rigged because like the whole system ends up going like just for the Republicans. And then the other thing people are trying to get rid of that they can't really get rid of, it's the electoral college, which is basically a mechanism established to like basically divide the voting selecting points. So basically that's why people are like, oh, it's rigged and all that. Because if I count my vote, it's not going to completely count. You know how when Trump was um running for president against Hillary,
yeah,
he had like Hillary had like I think like more votes on in other states, but it didn't count because Trump had most of the votes in the big states. So
yeah,
that's the
like
whole thing with
Texas and stuff. Yeah,
yeah. So that's why it gets kind of rigged, and people are like, oh shit, my vote doesn't count. This is all rigged. They're like, this is so creative. It's like all like this is all set up. That's why people say that.
I got you. So did you see when President Reagan ran?
Yeah, yeah, I see.
So did like how was your view on that? Because like, dude, he destroyed like elections. Now it's like by what do you call it? Um, like the last two elections, it was like really close and stuff. Not really close. It was like about 70, but Reagan, I think even JFK, like they destroyed. It was like a blowout basically. They had like every state but DC and Michigan.
Yeah, I seen it. Like that's the whole thing. Like comes back to electoral college, and this is why a lot of like Democrats are trying to get rid of it, or like a lot of people, because in other states, in other countries, the person with a popular vote wins. But in here in the U.S., the person with a popular vote doesn't win. Over here is like who gets the most of the votes based on like I forgot how to explain it, but it's basically who gets the most votes based on like the certain type of state. So like the whole population doesn't end up counting, and this is why it becomes rigged. People are like, oh, this shit's rigged. Like the whole this is probably a setup. It's all like just setting up the same people over and over again. So this is what happened with all the elections, and the reason they can't get rid of it because it's on the Constitution. I think either the
Yeah,
Constitution or like the Bill of Rights.
got you.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, like
yeah.
politically and stuff.
This is why the country's probably gonna fall off at some
Yeah,
point pretty
exactly.
soon.
I mean,
And then the countries.
like I
Oh, go
always
ahead.
say, like it's not the end because like it's only following politically. Like honestly, with the United States and how the United States is built, if it does fall, yeah, it's bad. But 9 times out of 10, it's like they're just gonna. I don't know how to say it, but it's not gonna be as bad as people like picture it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But honestly, I mean, it's because if it falls off politically, the big corporations will leave. So that means there will be like less jobs and like the economy will go down. So that's why I guess it's kind of ending because people won't have like paying jobs, good paid jobs. So like, and it's gonna be completely fucking crazy.
Got you. So you want to talk about time travel?
I want to talk about time travel,
All right,
and
but
if I remember more about this topic, I'll come back to it. But basically, time travel, like I was researching about it. And then you know how in movies people are like, "Oh, if you time travel," you know how like Back in the Future, he goes back into the 80s, I think, or like I don't know, like 60s, some shit like that,
yeah,
or like Men in Black. You know when Will Smith went back from like 2010, it was like present time back then, and then he went back to like the 1960s.
yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the actual theory. I forgot the name of this guy, but I think he was a Russian. He was making it on the 20th century. This Russian scientist and then this other guy. They're like, there's a guy currently right now. He said he has a time machine. Like he said he built it, but he needs the energy of the sun, like energy big as that, or like the energy of the size of the solar system. So that's why it can't work. But basically, he was talking about how once the time machine gets activated, um, time and space will and gravity will be manipulated from that point on. So like basically, if the time machine gets made in June 1st of 2022, you won't be able to travel back in time. You will only be able to travel to the future, like from here up until like fucking the year 3000. And the
Oh,
problem about that in the theory is that it means that since everybody will be able to time travel, it means that basically there will probably be no future because anyone could come back to the year 2025 and they could like take ideas or take the money and then take it back in the future and then make money themselves. So basically, you're never safe. And also, it's talking about like if a time machine happens, like people are just going to be messing around with time travel, and or maybe there won't be a future because they basically since people will just give up, they will mess up timelines. Or if there's a future, there will be so many cures for so many diseases. Like we will basically be immortals at that point as soon as the time machine gets created. Because if there's an actual future, that means we will get all the answers to every disease that we have. So that means we will never die. We will like have all the cures and everything.
what if? Okay, so um, here's what do you call it? I was about to say something. So, have you heard of the grandfather clock theory?
Yeah.
So, since like the actual time machine, we can't travel back in time, but we can travel into the future. What? So, what do you think? Like, okay, let me ask you the question. What would you do if you could like travel into the future? Would you even use it? And then, if you could, what for?
Oh, I would maybe since like let's say like talking about like the theory that I said. that you can't go in the past,
Yeah,
I would probably just go in the future and like try to see what's the future like what ended up happening.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't really like maybe I don't know because once you're in it, you probably will kind of want to mess up with things. But I don't know. I'll probably just like go just to see what's the future like, and then find answers.
true. Um, oh, dude, that's actually interesting because like now, like what everyone thinks, like, oh, I'll go back in time and stop this, or I'll go back in time and do this. Like that, now it's not a thing because they can't go back in time and go into the future. Honestly, that'd be really
Yeah.
cool. So like is there like a time limit on this? Like is it your lifetime or you can travel to like the year 4000 or
No, it's like there's no
45,000?
time limit.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
from here to infinity, like infinity. I guess infinity and beyond, like Buzz Lightyear, bro.
At you.
Like
So you know what I would
it's
actually
just like
do? Now thinking of
what were
this,
you doing?
Drizzle's like evil plan, not evil but good plan. So you know how I've been talking about Venus, although like Mars is not like really a good place to live.
Yeah,
So what I would do is since I can time travel, I would like have kids. Then I would make
yeah,
those kids into four things, right? A
yeah,
builder, like a what do you call it? Construction worker, a banker,
yeah,
and a well the other two can be the other two, right? No, I have an astronaut, like someone that's like really good with space, and then I'll have like a
yeah,
scientist. And then those four kids, like the four kids I'll have, I would run for
yeah.
president, win, right? By corruption, by whatever I have to do, by any means necessary. And then I would tell them, hey, y'all can go to Mars if you want, but we're gonna be working on Venus. Because Venus is like kind of bigger than Earth, and it's like
It's
actually
more.
was livable, I think. And then we'll make it
Yeah, I heard
livable
about.
again. But that would take like trillions of years, right? Like
Yeah,
four generations, 5 generations.
probably.
And then guess what? With time travel, I won't even have to like die basically. I'll just travel and then see my great grandkids, right?
Make it happen.
And then I would be considered a prophet.
Yeah, you would be fucking immortal, basically. That's the whole theory about it. Like you
But no,
don't
what if you
die.
die? Like that's the thing I don't get. Like you're not immortal because like say you time travel
No, like
and then
yeah.
like you come to like the Terminator age and then you get shot in the face. You're dead.
Then it's over. Yeah, but basically, um, for the meantime that you're alive, you're basically kind of immortal because knowing that you can travel in the future, there's probably like technologies that could like heal your body or repair your
Oh, so you
like.
beat the
It could,
age of death.
yeah, like you
Oh.
could. Like you could. If anything, they could be like machines that could like regenerate your whole body in
Oh
an
yeah,
instant.
like in the future, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why they say you're never dead because you don't know what's in the future. You don't know what ended up happening.
Have you seen? I think it
But
was the first episode of Rick and Morty where Morty like was like they were climbing on like on this one planet and he like falls and they're like in the middle of like this galaxy and they're nowhere far from Earth and then Rick uses a portal gun goes to like this super advanced civilization and just gives him a shot and he's perfectly fine. And he was telling
yeah,
them about how this planet had like healing of a heart, like everyone was super old. And since he was like the only young person there, they wanted him to stay.
I
It's
remember that.
creepy, but I think it's good. I think that would be like a really good movie if
I
you
think it
can,
would.
like, if you had like a super, like, if everyone could live and they like lived off drugs, not technically a yes and no, like, not like an addict, but like every 6 years they take this shot and they like live, and then like they
Like
get this
revive
super,
himself.
yeah, and then they get like this super young person, and then they like they like are like growing up with all old people, and then like all they hear is these crazy stories and stuff. I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
And I mean, I don't know. I mean, whoever's listening out here, if you want to make a movie, hit me up. And then I guess like
like
the kid's goal is to revive the looks of these old people. I don't know, but I'm just going off the top of my head, but like that would be like a cool movie to make.
It really would. It would be a cool movie.
So what you got with like aliens and religion?
I don't know. Hold up. Before that, let me like keep on the topic.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, no, it's alright, it's alright. But basically, yeah, like in summary, if you don't get the theory, it's basically about how if if you make a time machine from here on, let's say today, the time we're recording this episode is the 25th of May. So from now on, from 25th to May, all the way up until who knows what year, like year 10,000, 20,000, to the point where like humans are still alive, or humans turn into like aliens or robots, that will be all possible. Like you can go all the way up until down to that age, and then you can see anything. Like you can see everything. You can find cures to all things. You can like change the future here to make it better. So we will be in the future now within 2 years, and like everything will be advanced. But like the disadvantage of this is like if you have, let's say you have a $20 bill from the year 2022, and then in the future that becomes something rare, and then someone from the future knows about it and they travel back, they could steal it and then it won't be yours. So and then your future will never happen, but their future happened, and it keeps on going so on and so on. So that's like the problem with it. Like since everybody will be able to time travel, it means like people probably just be fucking with time, and like many things. There's a possibility 50-50. Like many things could happen that are good, but many bad things could happen as well. But this is
Exactly.
where I think this is I think where the government steps in. I think the government won't make it accessible for everyone.
Exactly. So to put this theory into like shorter terms, you can time travel, but you can't go back in time. So you can't see the dinosaurs. You can't see the Mona Lisa
You
being
can't see the
painted.
pyramids.
You can't see the
Yeah,
pyramids, but you can see the
because
advanced
like
pyramids and stuff.
basically, because like the reason you can't go back in time is because there wasn't any time machine made back then. So like the gravity in time and space didn't got warped. It didn't have like this unbalance where you got to make this timeline where were able to time travel. Since that didn't happen in the past, this is why you can't go back in there. There's no like loop that can take you back there. According to this theory so far, and apparently this is like the most believable theory because it's the one that makes the most sense according to astrophysicists and physicians and all that. But they say that it is possible. So like you could go in the future and like you can manipulate your grandkids and be like, do this, and like you can come up with them as it goes, and you can like change your whole future, your whole timeline. And yeah, yeah. Like, what do you think about it?
Believable. Good point.
And I guess the other topic is like, what religion do you think aliens have? Like last time I was laying down in bed and I was looking, and I was like, we believe in spirits over here. We have like, there's proofs that there's exorcisms that really happen.
Yeah.
There's people that get haunted by demons and they get the scars and shit. Do you think like demons are more stronger in other planets, or like, do you think they even have demons, or like type of ghosts?
Wait, say the last part. Do you think we even have demons?
Do you think aliens have demons,
Oh, do you?
or like have some sort of religion where there's ghosts, spirits involved?
I feel like they do. I
You
really
think they're
do.
you think it's worse?
Like worse, like the things that could hunt them.
Yeah. Mhm.
Maybe. I don't know, because like here's the thing, like, because now we finna go deep. Like, you know how aliens are made up of like different things compared to our body, right? Like there
Yeah.
might be more advanced. That's why they come to this planet. I think their religion, their their gods, their religion, their beliefs, we can believe in them, but I feel like their spirits, their demons, right? The good and bad, I feel like it could affect us, but it may not have the same effect to us. Same with them. Like, okay, if they sin, right?
Oh, I see what
Or
you mean.
like they do
Yeah.
something bad and like a demon tries to distract them, it won't be like it'll be like, oh, I don't feel good, or oh, I have this intuition that I don't feel good. It won't be like a physical scratch they can see on their body. That's how I look
Yeah,
at it. Maybe
that makes sense to be honest.
I feel like they do though, because like I mean, because like you know how like the Anunnaki came here, right?
Yeah, like yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like the whole theory about the Anunnaki, and then because they came here, but they believe in spirituality. Like most of the religions, all religions, they believe in some sort of spiritual sense in the universe and all that. And I believe in the what was it called? The war, because they had a war, right? The
Uh,
Anunnaki.
yeah, I need to pull it. Yeah, they had a war. The which one? The one that forced them to come here, or the one before that?
Yeah, the one that forced him to come here,
So I don't know what the war.
or the one before that.
I don't know the one before that, and I don't know none of the names, but I don't know the one that forced them to come here. So it was like two brothers, or it was something like that. So it was like two kingdoms. They were going at it, right? They was at war, and they decided to use chemical wars, right? Like gas and stuff, right?
Yeah,
So they like destroyed their civilization, kind of, right? It was on the blink, like basically about to fall, and they needed gold because if they put gold in their atmosphere, it like cleans up the chemicals. So they sent, I don't know his name, but they sent him to come and find a planet here. So basically, here's how it goes. When they sent him to come here, you know the planet X,
yeah.
that's basically like the Anunnaki planet. So
Oh yeah,
when they sent him here, it was on the exact same like year that Planet X lined it up in our solar system. So he landed on Earth and basically seen like the Homo sapiens or like early stage humans. I think they were humans. I don't even think they were Homo sapiens, but they were like, okay, we found a whole lot of gold, but we also found humans. You know, let's. I don't know what the whole goal was with the humans. I think they was just using their science,
yeah.
and basically from there they did multiple tests and runs and trying to create like inbreed two species, right? Anunnaki and like human. And then they finally created humans. Well, like they're human, and I think we are their humans.
I think
Uh,
we are.
Cause like, okay, if you look at the way a monkey stands, right? Okay, on some spiritual shit.
Yeah,
Are when we stand up, when we sit down, like crisscross applesauce sit down, um, our
yeah,
chakras are fully aligned. Same with if we stand up, but if we stand like a monkey, sometimes our chakras are like curved, right? And then
yeah.
if we sit
Because we don't
down,
have the same posture.
yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's our posture. So I feel like, in a sense of when they were creating us, um, because like you said, they believe in spirituality. They wanted to align us perfectly because I guess like that's what you want to do. It's like their experiment. You want to make it perfect, so they made it perfect where we can align perfectly. And I feel like that's how we are today. We are like 100 like perfect chakras.
I think we are. Yeah, because I say we lost our ways because there's like a lot of people don't believe that early humans lived for thousands of years, but
Mhm.
it's like in ancient Chinese mythology or Egyptian or like even Aztecs. A lot of them talk about humans living for thousands of years, or not thousands of years, but like hundreds of years,
Yeah.
or like
Same
super over 100.
same with the 20. You remember the 24-hour 24, I think it's just called the 24-hour theory I talked about.
Yeah,
So basically in the Bible, right? Like old scriptures in the Bible, like people from the Bible would like live to for like 300 years if you actually
oh yeah,
apply science to it. I think
yeah, and also the core.
yeah. I think we can like live to that long. I think it's just I don't want to say it's just some of the activities that we do. I don't want to say it's like the foods we eat because I mean, I don't know cuz like I feel like that has a part to it, but I feel like it's also evolution, you know?
I feel like we're slowly becoming weaker. Like at that point, we were like, at first, those first humans, they were like the strongest humans of all.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just been downgrades and downgrades and downgrades. Because if you look down, like 50 years ago, statistically speaking, like humans 50 years ago, in the 80s had or 70s, they had 2 times more testosterone than men right now. And then like that's an example of showing like how we kind of downgraded. So I don't know, maybe back then something happened that made us like lose all our big intuition and all those powers, or like that ability to live for so long.
I think it's just generations. Because like
Maybe that was like,
go ahead.
maybe that was like the one bad thing they did when they created humans. Like they didn't want to live forever like them, so probably they decided to like mess it up purposely.
Yeah, personally. Like, they didn't want us because like if you make something so special, you don't want to make it as strong as you, right? So maybe that was a
Yeah,
down effect. Because like I remember, what was the episode, like episode 2? We talked about like every alien species or like the main star seed species and their life expand.
all that
Yeah, and I think they lived to like 2,000 years
2000 years and shit.
or something like that. I don't. I think that's the
There's a
Arcturians or something. It was one of those
there's
that like
there's a
lived.
yeah, there's a lot of them. Reptilians too. Reptilians is like 2000. I think reptilians are the ones that die the fastest, like 2,000 years or 1,000.
Yeah, but I feel like because like no, I feel like yeah. They die the fastest, like 500 years. But can't they like do something with their bodies to like regenerate life?
Yeah, they can.
So yeah, I mean that's their cheat code. They can regenerate. So
They got their perks,
yeah,
but it's all crazy because like a lot of movies, like I don't know if you've seen the movie Cowboy versus Aliens or um the Thousand Planets of some shit. Like there's a bunch of alien movies where they show aliens like coming to Earth just for gold. Like a lot of movies, like when it comes to like sci-fi movies. And then
so
also there's like this other movies where they show like humans, I mean aliens being created from humans. So I feel like these people who make these movies, they probably believe this is real, and then they like put it in the movie or like make a movie out of it.
actually, you know how you said cowboys and aliens. You want to hear a Mandela
Yeah,
effect? I mean, cowboys
yeah,
versus aliens. So the
yeah. That one.
movie Cowboy versus Aliens was never named Cowboys versus Aliens. It was Cowboys and Aliens.
What the heck? Really?
Always, yeah. You can look it up. Cowboys and Aliens. Never Cowboy versus Aliens. But everyone
Wait a
remembers
second.
it.
Holy shit! It is Cowboys and Aliens. Why is it like I remember it being Cowboy versus Aliens?
For real.
What I'm talking about, like time travel shit. Like we probably already had a time travel machine, and there's a problem. Like people can mess up with they can mess with the timelines and the names.
Yeah, so like isn't that hold on, because isn't that how it works? Like, isn't there like quantum physics, and within quantum, well, that's real. And since quantum physics is infinite, there's like kind of like a infinite alternate universes, and somehow we can jump from an alternate universe to an alternate universe. And since we do that,
Yeah,
we're like we mess up things that we used to know, like the Monopoly Man and stuff. Is that
yeah,
how it
all
works?
that.
Okay.
That's that's and yeah, I guess in a way, yeah. There's this sci-fi movie where hold up, let me look for the movie because I know.
Dang, this birthday came out. This movie came out on my
Oh,
birthday.
you did?
Yeah,
That's your happy birthday movie.
for real. Oh, I was
Oh,
alive.
there's a movie.
Why did I think this
There's a
movie
movie
came
called
out in
Jupiter.
19 something?
No, Cowboy.
No, no, no. I thought it did.
No, no, it didn't. It's pretty. It's like 2012, I think.
Yeah, it's 2011.
Oh, I was shit. I was so close. What's it called? There's this movie called Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Ascending is like this girl. She find they so basically they kind of show the things kind of like the Anunnaki. So basically, there's this advanced aliens that look like humans that can live for thousands and thousands of years. And there's like two, three big dynasties, like three different families. And then this human, this woman, like a young adult, this girl, um, she ends up having like the same genetic code of what their mother used to be. And then in the movie they show things how I guess they kind of like created humans or something like that, and they show how she has the code of their mother. So in a way, she was like their actual mother, like reincarnated again. And like they were alive for like thousands of years, and they were like regenerate themselves off like I don't know, but they would like get it off other aliens or like humans, but they would like regenerate themselves. And in the movie they show how like humans like got modified or something like that, and they show how they got created, how she got created, how they could help them out. It's kind of like what we're talking about right now. Like that movie shows that topic.
Got you.
Yeah,
Wait, so you want to know something actually interesting about like aliens? So
yeah.
the Pentagon and like a lot of other places say that they seen UFOs. But you want to know what's so crazy is they never
Well, what's
talk
crazy?
about this in the news. It's always like it's always something else. So like it's confirmed that like UFOs are real because even the government says they are, but they
Yeah,
just like don't talk about it.
yeah. Like they don't talk about it. Like some people were talking about this, and they were thinking about that maybe they're hypersonic missiles
Oh
that go at the
yeah,
light of speed.
but what do you call it? They see it? No. But here's the thing: like some of them would just like stay still and then they go zoom, right? Like a missile is always going, hypersonic missile is always going boom.
Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy? Was like I think it was right before the Ukraine stuff. Korea actually did that, and then what do you call it? Uh, North Korea, my bad, actually did that, and bro, like the U.S. flipped out. Like they thought they had like 10 nukes. That's how bad they flipped out and stuff.
Oh damn. But like, do you think that they could be like actual missiles?
What do you mean? No, they shot actual like
Like,
missiles in like the ocean, like testing
oh, they
out
did.
missiles. Yeah, and like the U.S. just flipped out, of course.
Oh shit. Yeah. I mean, of course, I will flip out too, to be honest.
Yeah, I would too, but like honestly, I don't know.
Like, yeah. But like going back to the whole thing. Also, like not exactly back to alien religion and other planets, but like when it comes to Greek mythology, it's crazy because I was like kind of like researching a bit about this, and then there's like some people that still praise like Greek gods, and some of them say that they actually like get miracles or like they see some shit happening to them, and I would like I think when it comes I think in the book of Enki they kind of talk about Greek mythology or I think it's the book of Lost Book of Enki or the other guy, you know. But like one of those books, they basically like got a theory and they found out that like Greek mythology is actually like Atlanteans or like Anunnaki who were doing experiments trying to create their own universe, and they ended up making like this half human, half aliens with powers, I guess. And they weren't actual gods; they were like aliens with powers. And you know how in Greek mythology there's like the half horse, half man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they basically like they were crossing humans with other animals, so they're like
Yo,
messing around with DNA samples,
yo, yo,
and this
yo.
is why we got like mates and all that.
No, okay.
Like,
Now you actually
according to,
brought up that point. So I don't remember Greek doing that. They could have, right? Because I don't know that much on Greek
yeah,
mythology. But I remember what's it, Atlantis, right? They tried to
yeah,
create their own universe, and it like failed. Like
yeah,
the whole place got destroyed, and I think that's why
yeah.
they
That
went
that
to Egypt. But before Egypt, right? Before they went to Egypt, what if some of the experiments that they did created mermaids and like some of the crazy shit we see in the sea?
that yeah. That's the thing. They say that they created them just in black magic.
Dang. Honestly, I don't think it's like. I mean, I don't think it's black magic. I think it's just science back then.
Yeah, because they say that they use black magic, and that's why Atlantis sank. Because like it got pushed all the way down because of like the bad energy, something like that. But I guess it
Dang.
could be science. There's also like movies that show this, and they kind of like show the theory of what this happened. And you know how like philosophers like Plato talk about this, and they talk about how um they probably try to make something so strong like the sun. Like there was like I think Plato's have quotes of this where they try basically made like some sort of technology so advanced like strong as the sun that ended up like sinking them down and they all ended up dying. So they nuked themselves in other words.
Yeah.
And
And
like
back
I think it's
then, like
science experiments, like you said.
back then, it was way before then. Um, it's this um it's this civilization, and they have like pictures of modern day things. Like they had a picture of a modern day nuke and a modern day helicopter.
Oh, I think that's in Egypt.
Yeah, I think so too.
I seen that picture. It's like they were talking about time travel, but I actually think maybe they had that technology back then.
I did too.
But yeah, it's all crazy.
Yeah, anything else
I
to
feel like
say?
it all connects.
Oh my bad.
I feel like I think they all connect to each other somehow.
Yeah.
Like there's probably some missing pieces out there of history. Yeah. Like what else we got to talk about?
Oh, so hold on. Like this is the last things. When you said connect, so if you look at the equator and follow the equator exactly, there's been amounts of history of ancient civilization, and these civilizations have built structures so strong where it's like they can survive hurricanes, earthquakes, and all this, and that's why they've been able
Yeah.
to like live for so long. Like think of like following the equator. Think of like I think it hits directly through Brazil. Like think of some of the civilization there, like the Aztecs, right? They're
Yeah.
still there, and they get rainstorms, not rainstorms, rainfall, crazy like floods and stuff, you know. And then following
Yeah.
through, you have some through Asia, India, and they build it so precise. Like the tools they use, some people say, is like out of this world because how sharp it is. They can't even stick like pieces of hair in there.
Yeah, I heard of that. Like in Peru, in Machu Picchu, like the cutting of the houses, or like not the houses, but like the buildings they have, like in pyramids, is so sharp and like so well detailed to the point that that could have been made by pickaxe and fucking and
Stone.
bricks. Like they
Yeah.
had to use something special, like lasers.
Yep. And then
The weird
just
thing about it,
go ahead.
the weird thing about it is like I wonder how they dress up, like, cause you know how, like Aztecs and all that, they didn't have like no clothing, like actual clothing on, so it's all crazy. Like, what type of like clothing they use, because they were pretty futuristic if you think about it. If they actually use like futuristic
You
technology,
said clothing or clothes?
clothes,
I don't know.
because you know how these ancient Asian civilizations people say they were like very super advanced,
Yeah.
but they were also in ancient times where like they say that they didn't wear like any clothing. It was just like the things that they put in history books.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's how I look at it. They might have actually wore the clothes because of the environment. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like if you're on a beach a lot, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna have like these crazy clothes and stuff. Same with them. They was in a rainforest a lot, even in Egypt. It would make sense for the workers to wear pants and like no shirt because they were working 24/7. And then the pharaohs,
Yeah.
they didn't even wear like that much. They just wore their jewelry, same probably clothes
Yeah.
as like the workers, same pants, maybe a little fancier, made from silk, probably. You know?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
that's basically how it
who
was.
knows?
But
Maybe
yeah, yeah,
maybe they were hold on, because like you know how I say like there's a downfall of generation.
yeah,
You know how we care so much about looks, fame, and stuff.
yeah,
Maybe they didn't care how they looked because they had like a belief, or they just cared more about survival and needs.
Yeah, maybe they just care more about like staying very civil, like not civilized, but like keeping that big power they have, like that advanced technology.
Yeah. And not trying to like abuse it through comfort and actual needs and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, that makes
yeah,
sense.
because like a lot of it, because in Egypt, I mean, there was a lot of fashion in Egypt, like the dresses they were wearing, they will use makeup. I think they're like the first civilization with makeup, like, but I don't know, it gets so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all crazy though. Like what? But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean it does all connect. Like it's all in the equator. Like all those big civilizations, they're by an equator. All right, so I guess this is it for today, guys. Stay safe with monkeypox. You know, don't be hooking up with girls that like. Let's say you pull her pants down, bro, and then you see that thing has a lot of bumps around her. Stay away.
Run.
Stay away. Run for your life. Stay safe.
Also,
And
if you're gonna
hope you
be
like this.
picking up any animals, make sure you know your skin and everything like that is covered. And also look up the symptoms of monkeypox and how to prevent it.
Yeah. And if you're gonna go out in nature, like nature walks, hike, like yeah, don't have any cuts. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't mess with animals.
But
And that's pretty much it.
I mean, also to any of our Spotify listeners out there, when this video does come out, don't have to worry. I mean, all our videos are gonna be out by then. Hopefully, we get approved for Amazon, Apple, and I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, those are like the main ones we want to get on. We just have to wait, see their approval. But like I said, make sure to like, subscribe, share with your crush, share with your mom, dad, best friends, anyone like that, and stay safe out there. It's getting crazy.
Stay safe. It is. And you know, like David Goggins likes to say, stay hard.
Always stay
Always.
packing. Peace.
Peace.